Charlotte is like, how can I put it? I mean, of course, it's not a New York. It's not a Metro Atlanta, you know. But it's pretty big, man. It's pretty big. And the thing of it is that a lot of times people don't know just how big it is. And the reason why they don't know how big it is because they don't travel all around Charlotte. Like Charlotte has East Charlotte, North Charlotte, West Charlotte, South Charlotte. I'm located in South Charlotte. You understand? So people just don't realize just how big it is. You know, normally when you come and you visit here, whatever part, like say for example, you're visiting your family in Valentine, so you would normally just be in that area, and then like say for example, if y'all go see a basketball or football game, you'll go to Uptown, and within that you're getting on 485, and then you go from 485 to 77, and you're not paying attention to exits, and all those exits have, you know, once you get off those exits, it's streets or roads, and those streets and roads have subdivisions upon subdivisions upon subdivisions. So Charlotte is very big, and the reason why it's very big is because it's widespread. It's that plain and simple. You definitely need a car to get here. To get around Charlotte. I can give you an example. So I had a sister that emailed me, and she was like, what about Enderley Park? And I was like, Enderley Park? Like, I know Charlotte. I know a lot about Charlotte, you understand? But I don't know names. You know what I'm saying? So I looked it up. And Enderley Park is right off of Freedom Drive, right? Right across the street from that Walmart. So I'm looking and I'm like, oh, yo, because I used to do Postmates. I probably still will do it, but you know, I haven't done it in like half a year. But anyway, I used to do Postmates. It's part of the reason why I know my way around Charlotte. But the other part is, when I first got here, I would just get lost. That's basically how I found myself around Charlotte. But Postmates took me to the next level because it put me in these little pockets that I didn't even know existed around the city, right? So Enderley Park is a big subdivision, but you can't tell right off of Freedom Drive. You can't tell it. You can't tell it. You understand? And then they have a part that's gentrified. It's a street that'll take you over into Wilkerson Boulevard. So believe me, man, trust me, Charlotte is a pretty big city. You understand? So for those that, you know, hire me and say, you know, can you take me around Charlotte? I would actually say what part, because there are different parts of Charlotte. You know, you have east, west, north, south, but in the east, or like say for example, in South Charlotte, you have Valentine and Still Creek. Those are two areas. I don't know if they would. I think they would include South Park, if I'm not mistaken, part of South Charlotte. So it would be very difficult. It would definitely have to be, if you wanted to see all of Charlotte, it would definitely have to be like 2 days. You know what I'm saying? If you like 2 whole days, and I'm not talking about like seeing every inch, nook, and cranny. I'm just talking about like just driving through different parts of it, right? And I don't even know if two days would be good enough. I might need 3. But anyway, let's get to the topic. The best places to live in Charlotte. Okay. If you have a family, right? Let's say a family of 4. You're making around, let's say, $40,000 to $80,000 a year, right? Let's say you make that between 40 to 80,000, and your wife makes 40 to 80,000 a year, and then in combined, let's say you all make about 130, 140, something 120, something like that around, right? If you're looking to buy a house in Still Creek area, right? Because I would recommend 2 places if you're making that amount of money. I would recommend Still Creek, and I would recommend the University area, right? I don't know roughly how much the houses go for Still Creek and the University area. I'm assuming around 250, 400,000. That's an assumption. If you're making that amount, far as like what I just said, you know, 40, about 100,000, 130 30-something or 20-something thousand dollars a year, you're gonna do pretty well living in the University area, in the Still Creek area. You understand? And both of those places are safe. The University area, they've had little things happen here and there, but it's nothing like, it's not really a big alarm. You understand? Just little stupid petty crimes and stuff like that. Still Creek, I can't remember when the last time anything happened around here. You know, they have the police station. They just built the police precinct up here because at one time we didn't even have a police station. So there actually were no cops out here, and for what reason anyway? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do, arrest foxes, rabbits, and deers? Because that's, you know what I'm saying? I mean, basically what I'm saying, in the University area and in the Still Creek area is your more working class citizens, right? You're gonna have families, and it's gonna be a bunch of subdivisions, especially in Still Creek, right? Now, what else? Of course, you know, people that are single, you know, millennials, younger people that are looking forward to staying on the outskirts of Charlotte, you know, they do have apartments available here. The apartments roughly range from what I've seen, anywhere between $1,000 for a 1-bedroom all the way up to about $1,200 for a 1-bedroom. Most apartments around here go up to about 3 bedrooms, but some of them they only go up to 2 bedrooms. What else? Normally, you have in the University area and Still Creek. I'm gonna build on the University area because it's kind of half and half. You know, the University area is called that because of the college that's there called UNC Charlotte, right? So there are people, there's students that live in apartments, but then kind of, I don't want to say behind, but I think it's Mallard Creek in that area. There are houses and subdivisions, right? All the way leading into Concord, right? So it's kind of half and half. Still Creek is more like family orientated, and then you'll see, you know, young people here and there, but it's not an area that most young people are you know, like here. You know, this is real family orientated, right? Still Creek area is going to give you 3 shopping centers. One called Breadwick, in which the Premium Outlet Mall is there as well. That's located off of Still Creek Road. And then the other one is Whitehall, which is located right off of South Tryon. That's going to give you your Walmart. And each center or shopping area has a grocery store. It's going to give you Walmart, Publix, Pizzeria, Lowe's, a bunch of stuff. Breadwick has, I don't think it has a Lowe's, but it has Harris Teeter and a bunch of little fast food restaurants, and they have apartments that they're building. That's an up and coming area. So I think it's gonna be Still Creek, but I think they're gonna name it something different. They might say the Breadwick area, because behind Breadwick Shopping Center, there's a bunch of subdivisions all in the back, behind there, right? And then the next one is Rivergate, which is further down South Tryon, and in the intersection of Old Creek. Yeah, no, excuse me. It doesn't. I think it's Still Creek Road, or Still Creek Road, Old Still Creek Road, and then South Tryon. Rivergate has 2 grocery stores. You got Publix, Harris Teeter. You got Best Buy, Chick-fil-A, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, TGIF, Target, Home Depot. Man, the list goes on. Penn Station, Rack Room Shoes, Old Navy. Man, McDonald's. It's a lot over there. You got the Goodwill, you got a gas station over there. So that's what you're gonna get in the Still Creek area, right? Now, that's if you want, you know, you have a family. The University area, you know, you're gonna have like basically where everybody kind of shops is. I would consider the University area, North Lake being part of the University area, but that would be, so Still Creek will be the South Charlotte. University area will be North Charlotte, right? So North Charlotte, I say North Lake Mall, and then going straight down W.T. Harris and going across 85, and then you get to the intersection of W.T. Harris and North Tryon Road. Now taking heed, South Tryon turns into North Tryon. So it's a long road. It extends from South Carolina and goes all the way out past Charlotte, right? Into Concord, all the way, I don't know, it's a long road, right? So all you have to do is just drive straight through South Tryon. Excuse me, the whole South and North Tryon road to get to Charlotte. Get through Charlotte or whatever. But I highly recommend the highway because it's faster, right? So, University area, where the intersection of South Tryon and W.T. Harris meets, you have a clump right there that's just full of shopping areas. They have like a lake. I did the video and I showed you the university area. I forgot what part of a tour in Charlotte. They have this little lake where you could, do the paddle boat and all the rest of that stuff. So you have like eateries and stuff like that in that area. And then the fortunate part of living in the university area, you have a quick access to Concord Mills. That's an outlet. So let's move on. Now, let's take care of the broke part. Like, meaning that if you don't have too much money and you want to move down to Charlotte, you're not making too much money, but you want to get out of the situation or the place, the city, state that you're in, you're tired of it, you want change. I get it. Whether you're rich, whether you're poor, or whether you're middle class or whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's everybody has a desire to change, and rightfully so, right? So, and you feel like you want to go, you want to get down here to Charlotte. Let's say, for example, you only can afford $800 a month, right? For renting a house or an apartment, right? So I'm gonna tell you right off the rip, you're not gonna be able to rent a house for $800 in Charlotte unless you're in the hood. If you're living in Hidden Valley off of North Tryon, Betty's Ford, Wilkinson Boulevard, Freedom Road, West Boulevard, what else? Going like not so far out down Albemarle Road and Shamrock Road, but just like East Charlotte, like around Central Avenue, and the Charlotteans know what I'm talking about, like where the Mexicans are. That's like Mexican City, like all in that area. You might be able to get an apartment for that, $800 a month, but not in a affluent place like Ballantyne or South Park. No, that's not gonna happen. Huntersville, that's not gonna happen. I mean, you may be able to get a 1-bedroom in Still Creek if they're running a special. Like, they run specials now. You understand? It's like you move in. It's a move-in special. So you move in and they'll say $1,000 off of your 15-month lease, and then you could just take that $1,000 and say, okay, I want to just pay that, and that'll be my free month. Or you could spread it out. You understand? Spread it out meaning that I want you to take $200 off for each month. Possibly that may happen, but other than that, if you think you're gonna come down here paying $800 a month and living in a house, that's not gonna happen. It's just not, unless you're living in the hood. That plain and simple. I haven't seen any, as far as renting houses, I haven't seen anything lower than, like Still Creek, for example. I pay $1,450. And I live in a three-bedroom, 2.5 bath, garage, front yard, and backyard. I paid $1,450. It went up on the rent $1,505, right? And listen, let me tell you something. I'm not trying to be funny, but they don't want our, they don't need our money. I'm not talking about black people. I'm not saying that they are prejudiced. I'm saying that Charlotte does not need your money. Meaning that if you can't pay, let's say you living in Uptown and you can't pay $2,000 for a 1-bedroom, guess what? Somebody else can and will. So they don't need your money if you can't afford it. If you like, yeah, I don't can afford such and such, they're gonna be like, no, that's okay. And let me tell you something, houses go like this, apartments go like this. Pretty Ricky, he stays in a new complex and they're moving in back to back to back to back. Period. I just last week, this guy bought a house across the street from me. Bought the house across the street from me. It was on the market for, I know, no more than 2 weeks. So Charlotte is growing and people are migrating here fast. And it doesn't make a difference whether it's COVID-19. It doesn't matter. They're migrating here fast. Okay, let's make this quick. I don't want to make this video long. So We got that out of the way. Now, if you're young, right? You got some money. You have money, right? Okay, let me handle that, and then I'm gonna talk about, if you're a college student. So if you're young, you have money, right? You just, got your college degree, you have your career going for you and everything. You wanna move somewhere where young people are living at, I would suggest that you stay in South End, Camden Road, South Boulevard. They have a slew of condos and apartment buildings, all on South Boulevard. That's nothing but 3 years old, right? At the most. And Uptown, where Rainier Park is at. You have the Element, and the other one was 255, something like that, where it's a 7-Eleven that's under the apartment building. So that's where I would say you all, should migrate to if you're young, because all of the millennials are all in that area, and that's where all of the fun stuff and the young stuff happens on South Boulevard, Camden Road, South End, Uptown, Rainier Park. There is like a little presence off of South Central Avenue where the millennials are at. You understand? But Plaza Midwood, a little area like where they at, where you can walk back and forth to like they got bars over there, But other than that, most of the millennials or young people migrate all in that area of Uptown, South End, and South Boulevard, right? Okay, if you're a student, you go to UNC Charlotte, or you go to HBCU, Johnson C. Smith University. I would suggest that you stay on campus. If you can't stay on campus, then, for an example, you're at UNC Charlotte, you can get an apartment right along the Lynx train. The bus station, the buses go back and forth. So if you don't have a car, you can easily get on the Lynx train, or you can catch the bus, or you can Uber different places or whatever have you. If you're in the good thing about Charlotte is wherever part that you're in, you don't have to leave that area for nothing. You understand? Wherever that area you're in, they're gonna have everything that you need. So take for example, if you don't want to live on the campus and you just want to get an apartment, get you a roommate, get you 2-3 roommates, y'all get a 3-bedroom right along North Tryon Road, not in the hood, but like in the university area. Get you a job right up the street, like IKEA's up there, Walmart, and all different grocery stores. Not grocery stores, restaurants and hotels, and you'll be good. Okay, let's move on. For the more affluent, well-to-do people that make 500,000, 500K or better, right? I would definitely recommend Ballantyne, Huntersville. Matthews is affordable, but it's just too far out. Huntersville is too far out for me. Lake Norman is too far out. But Lake Norman, for the well-affluent, people that make a lot of money. Lake Norman, Huntersville, definitely Ballantyne, definitely South Park. Those are the 4 places that you would actually live. Sharon Road, but you got to make more than 500K, because that's where the mansions are. Where Queens College is, I forgot the name of that area, but that's old money right there. You got to be making like millions, to live over in that area. Providence Road, and that runs into Ballantyne and South Park, but definitely for the more affluent people, Ballantyne. And you can get apartments in Ballantyne and South Park, but you still gonna have to come up off some bread. That plain and simple. You understand? But like I'm talking about houses, I'm talking about people that have real money that want to buy a house. You know what I'm saying? Or rent a house. Ballantyne, South Park, Huntersville, Lake Norman, and Lake Wiley. I think I've covered everything. And last but not least, I'm gonna go back out into the field. We're gonna get back out on the road, because I didn't even cover East Charlotte. I didn't even cover that. It's a couple of places that I haven't even covered. So I'm gonna get back out there, and we're gonna keep these tours going until I've covered everything. Other than that, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share this video.